Hey guys, welcome to our Let's Play of the Town of Light. We are gonna have an 8-hour countdown timer because we're doing a 12-hour stream right now. And I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna start. Is the brightness okay like this? Thank you, Kian. Thank you for wishing me welcome back. Maybe like this. English, subtitles, yes. Continue. The Town of Light is based on real events, places, and research concerning mental illness and the life of patients in lunatic asylums from the beginning of the 20th century until their closure. It contains stories which may be disturbing. The characters and names are fictitious and any real reference to people living or dead is purely coincidental. This game uses an artistic interpretation of a former Italian psychiatric institution for dramatic purposes. Please note that mental health services have radically improved around the world. If you think you may have psychological problems, please speak to a doctor or local doctor or specialist. All right. Volterra, 1942.
What's happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Reality fades away, my skin has gone. Every breath of wind is excruciatingly painful. Inspired by real events. Volterra, Tuscany, 2016. Okay, so now we're more in the present time. Okay, how do I... Oh, okay. It's pretty cool that I can actually use these things. To open, close, use. Open, close what? The door? Oh cool, I got a flashlight. Well, that looks healthy. Very healthy diet. Okay, I can't run, I think. I can only walk.
this place. Time. Memory.
There's no power. The master switch is near the Calm Woman ward. Calm Women ward? Okay, is there like a plan or something? N General Prog 10327 Psychiatric Hospital Administrative File of Amara. Admitted on June 15th, 1937. Discharged on, transferred on, died on November 8th, 1942. What do you mean, Doc? Why do I need sounds in my rewards list? The Town of Light.
My memory of those years is hazy. Between the age of about 7 and 10, my memories are disconnected, and I couldn't say how many times and how frequently the light used to come. My mother gave me a doll around that time. Charlotte. Thinking back to it makes me want to laugh. But at the beginning, I remembered that I was afraid of her. I thought she wanted to harm me, to kill me and take my place. But when the light came, she would stay beside me, and her presence. Did not disturb me. I was able to talk to her, and so she became my best friend. At least until I was in grade 2, when everything changed. She didn't laugh at me, and if I had to say something to my mother, I asked her to say it. When things inside me turned bad, she was the only one I could turn to. Now all of this makes...
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Did not disturb me. I was able to talk to her, and so she became my best friend. At least until I was in grade 2, when everything changed. She didn't laugh at me, and if I had to say something to my mother, I asked her to say it. When things inside me turned bad, she was the only one I could turn to. Now all of this makes me blush, but Charlotte was a real friend to me. I knew that she was just a doll. I wasn't stupid, but at the same time, she was real, too. I don't know how to explain it. It's difficult. My mother would cuddle her and tell her things. I guess she was trying to communicate with me. But back then, I was too afraid to understand it.
Alright. Oh, Doc, thank you so much for redeeming that. A sip of water is always good. Okay. And here. What's happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? Charlotte. This time. This place. Time. Memory. Okay. Patient discharge readmission document. Name and surname Francesca Agostini. Paternity Arduino. Maternity Martelli Gina. Born in Velletri, Province Roma. On October 13th, 1895. Place of residence with Velletri thing again. Marital status widow. Admitted on May 30, 1916. Diagnosis early dementia. Referred from Rome Asylum. Transferred to asylum observation rooms. Okay. Calm women ward. I need to find like some type of how do you call it, like a map.
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
Okay. You are here. Okay. Calm women ward would be a tranquil ward then? So we turn this way. Is that this building?
Nobody says we can't. Let's find Charlotte. Let's find Charlotte. She's alone. She's alone in the dark.
Okay, we need to find Charlotte. Okay. Silent Hill or Dread Out vibes. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, where could Charlotte be? Let's just look in every room.
Let's search the wards on the upper floor. There's a plan on the wall which shows their location.
I guess I'm taking too long for the game, so it's trying to tell me what to do. Okay. Volterra, 12th of April 1926. Irene E. and K, 26 years. The woman is in a state of great agitation. She curses her 3-year-old daughter for having ruined her life. She wanted to take us away, that damn kid. Wanted to kill us. She's the devil, I tell you. She's the devil herself. She destroyed my ability to give life. She left her sister in silence. Silence is scary. The mother explains that her husband, Eric K., worried about her daughter, called a doctor who, noticing the state of the woman and the potential danger to her daughter, urgently initiated the procedure for admission. The woman was admitted to observation in a single room, not because she was dangerous, but in view of her social class, it seemed the most appropriate choice. The mother has provided a generous donation to this institution in order to find a more suitable accommodation for her daughter. Okay. That's not creepy at all, that thing was turning. I saw you turn. I saw you.
Let's find Charlotte. She's alone. She's alone in the dark.
Okay, so this is at least the only... I think we found Charlotte.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in, hugged her, gave her cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving. Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and that surprised me. I didn't understand. At first, I was quite scared. I was afraid that she wanted to hurt me. I lived in constant fear that Mom would abandon her. Because I didn't deserve to live. I didn't deserve to be loved. It's cold and it's dark. Look, she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. Nobody can stop us. Charlotte is a good girl.
New chapter 2.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte.
Okay, we just watched this, so we don't need to watch it again right away. Okay, what does she want us to do with Charlotte now? Okay. Well, that's kind of disturbing. What is it? Like ink or dye of some kind? Can't go in here, I guess. Oh yeah, I can. Patient transfer document. Psychiatric hospital transfer, file name and surname. Deceased. Place of birth. Age 33. 37. Pretty young.
I saw a wheelchair on the ground floor. It's comfortable there, and we can put Charlotte somewhere warm. Those lamps could make the room warmer, but Charlotte's not happy. She doesn't feel well.
Okay, we need that wheelchair.
Charlotte will be comfy here. But it's cold. No, it's cold. Don't shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away. It'll go away.
I'm surprised that this actually is working. Okay, Charlotte, we'll get you warm. Okay, where were those lights?
The cold has gone away now. You see? The light, the warmth. We can do it. The cold will go away. It has to. Now we can enter the ward where everything started. It all began in the observation ward on the ground floor.
Okay, observation ward. Where was that? Here. 8 is observation ward. 5, 6, 7. Where's the 8? Oh, here. To the right. I can't actually turn towards the doors, so that's why I'm not actually trying to look at them.
One day I turned off the light, but it didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity, a blinding, merciless light. I was 16 years old, and I was afraid, always afraid, a fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I couldn't speak. I was terrified of everything, even thinking. They said they were taking me to a place where the fear would go away, where I would get better. I stopped living in there. They dragged me away and stripped off all my clothes, everything. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days. I was alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore. It was madness. And when you're mad, you cease to exist. She was my only hope in this hell. I was descending down, down among the damned. But that woman and her smile kept me alive.
New chapter 3.
The door is locked from the outside. Here the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
Okay. Doc, are you still there? Just wondering. Not creepy at all.
You can't get out of here. Only the dead can leave this place.
He's got my doll. Where did he go?
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renee obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light. I was being consumed by the evil act I had committed. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
Well, that is disturbing. Hi, Greed! Greed, can you do me a favor? Could you type !giveaway? Because I forgot to do that, but yes. Now there's a new giveaway up from the one before. So, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so she was abused in this bathtub by some disgusting guy. Thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes, Greed, by the way. I just didn't even say that enough just now. I really appreciate it. Okay, I can't pick this up. These rooms are like all the same, just tons and tons of beds. Pillows. What's in that corner? It looks like there's something shining in that corner, but I can't get there.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive.
Someone was knocking, wasn't there? Okay, we've read this one. Inventory of objects of a patient upon admission. Charity congregation. Psychiatric hospital administration. Inventory of articles of clothing and footwear. Cash, cards, and other valuables upon admission to the asylum for observation. Renee on the day 12th of March 1938. Details of clothing, amount of cash, valuables, cards, and other objects, notes. Sweaters, shirts 1, underwear 1, pairs of socks 1, shoes 1, sets, diapers, skirts, dresses, trousers, vests, jackets, handkerchiefs, pocket handkerchiefs, hats, berets, aprons, golf shirts, overcoats, towels, ties. The assistant, the director, Waltero on the day. Okay, what can we see here? Can we turn it around? No, we can't.
They went to the gynecology ward on the upper floor.
Okay, let's go there. Congratulations on winning 3 giveaways, Greed. That's really nice. Why are you always turning, you stupid wheel? Gynecology 4. Gynecology. Oh, that looks... Oh.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse. Then they said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
New chapter 5.
The doctor who wrote things down was in Surgery C.
Surgeries 2. A, B, C. Okay, we got pictures of the brain this time.
March 12th, 1938. Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
Oh, okay. It talks about Renee, it talks about you, so we have to read it. Don't be scared, nothing will happen to you. That's true, we should not read it. I'll go with don't be scared, nothing will happen to you.
We have to look for Amara. We must hurry. We have to follow the memories and make sure they don't fade.
Ooh, Oh, thank you, Doc. Go on.
She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name." March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. "Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake."
Was this what frightened you? They were just hallucinations. What had you done to deserve to be punished? Was this what frightened you?
So many things frightened me. The system that I lived in was built on fear and light. There was no mercy or understanding in the town of light.
It must have been truly horrific.
April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. I can't remember these things, only the guilt, the stake. I know I deserved to pay for that guilt. I knew it even then.
Let's look for the rest of the clinical diary to understand.
She was uncooperative during the examination. She didn't want to be stripped and her body remained rigid. Voluntary attention almost totally absent. Probable hallucinations. April 25th. Confused ideas, unable to maintain a spontaneous conversation. Reflexes all normal. Reactive pupils. Let's find Amara, and we'll find the full medical records.
Go on. Don't know what that is.
The grounds at the back of the hospital, and then down to the kitchens.
Okay, I can't get out here. Can I get out here? No. Oh, that's the bathroom. Grounds 14. To the right. 2, 3. Here we go.
This is the road we used to take. If it weren't for her, in the grounds on that bench in spring, so many days. It was an escape, watching nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed. She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me. In the shower, I felt her body against mine for the first time. It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed, the light slipped away. She wasn't in the system. He wouldn't let her in. That's it. She must be the key to my memories, to the reasons why.
Okay. Madness. Okay, where's the...
Nature helped me to forget, to escape from the system.
Don't know where we're going now.
The scent of spring. The land of light was far away, and we spent the days chatting on the stone benches.
Okay, I can't actually get anywhere. Steam was an achievement for unlocking the next chapter. That's what you heard. So I didn't get anything. The kitchen must be somewhere down here.
He told me about Bruna's father and brother, but I was already very ill. The light had returned, and that thing made me suffer even more. It was my world, and it was crumbling. When I spoke to Bruna about it, she turned her head away and was silent for a long time. Prince Charming doesn't exist, Renee. At least not for us. I was 14 years old. I didn't think it was possible for a boy to look at me and desire me. When he asked me if I wanted to go for a walk, I didn't say anything. I didn't even have the courage to look at him. Things improved for a number of years. Then, suddenly, everything came crashing down. One evening, I came home drunk, and the following morning, a terrible crisis overcame me, all of a sudden. What had I done? I was terrified. I thought I'd lost my sight. The light burned my eyes from inside. The memories of the previous day emerged in bursts, images, flashes, which unleashed something monstrous inside me. Repetition of words was no longer sufficient. Now there was a voice in my head which repeated them louder than I did, and they were words of accusation and blame. So I covered my ears and shouted and hit my head against the wall and threw up. I remember the doctor, the wall filthy with blood and vomit. My mother wasn't looking at me. Bruna was crying but trying to hide it. Charlotte was beside me. I never told anyone what had happened. He came to visit me, but I refused to see him. I became agitated. I think he liked me, even though things turned out badly. In that period, I began to suffer from memory loss. The few things I learned didn't please me at all. He told me that I was looking for him. It was all my fault. Bruna told me that sometimes I got drunk. People in the village gossiped about me. Sometimes I was covered in black and blue marks. I didn't realize what was happening to me, what I was doing. I was no longer in control of my life. From my little corner.
Okay. Okay, we had these. What do those images mean? Well, I think we needed to find the kitchen. I don't know. Maybe this is the kitchen. Was that Renee with a guy? Find where life thrives achievement. Okay. Don't really see life thriving in here. It's basically just weeds. Here's the kitchen.
Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
Did the door just lock behind me? Yes, it did. That is never a good sign. She in one of those?
Keep looking. We mustn't give up. I no longer considered my body as something disgusting and ill. Far from it. I began to look at myself, to caress myself, and smell my own skin. I began to explore and experiment, finding physical pleasure. My ideas were not very clear, and I never spoke to anyone about these things. Bruna, however, spoke about them. She boasted about her love stories and her young men. To my eyes, she was very lucky, always being wooed. By marvelous, generous, and kind boys. Thus, I fantasized about her adventures, pretending that I was the main protagonist. But how could I ever be like her? Occasionally I recall that she had black and blue marks on her body, but I was so naive that I did not understand. I did not put two and two together. It was Don Gino who explained things to me a few years later. Where could she be? We've got to talk to her. Everything will be all right. But being here now, I don't like it. Come on, let's look for her, quickly.
While I am looking for her.
We can't stay in here too long. They'll find us. When they found us... Come on, hurry. We've got to find her quickly. Adele, that little girl has been standing motionless in front of the kitchen door for hours. Poor thing, I gave her some candy. She ate it without a word and remained motionless. I don't think she's very well. We used to see her now and again, but now she's always there. I'm going. The doctor's not here. He's coming this afternoon. Try and speak to him. Poor thing. Lost in her dreams. She was only a little girl. But nobody gave her a cuddle. They punished her instead. They said she was sick, and her dreams were troubling her. They weren't even hers anymore. I need her. But we will find her. We'll find her, won't we? When the water in the shower was cold, we ran away. But when it was hot, then she came to Renee, under that cruel white light. I can still feel the shivers her body gave me. Everything must return to how it was. If we recreate that magic, she'll come to us.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Now we have water. We must switch the boiler on.
Is that here? What the hell does a boiler look like? Maybe it's these things?
Now we have water. We must switch the boiler on.
Where the hell do I find the boiler? Hey, Sarith. It's going well. Thank you so much for asking. I just can't seem to figure out where the boiler is. Laundry, kitchens. Is it just this? Thank you. Sleep well, Sarith. Okay. First close it. Then turn these things. Then turn the... I did it in the wrong order. How do I reset it? Chapter 6. I need to reset it. Okay. Sorry about that.
Nature helped me to forget, to escape from the system. The scent of spring. The land of light was far away, and we spent the days chatting on the stone benches.
Okay, we're just gonna run back to the kitchen and redo that real quick, because I don't know how else I would reset that system.
Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
Okay.
Keep looking. We mustn't give up. Adele, that little girl has been standing motionless in front of the kitchen door for hours. Poor thing, I gave her some candy. She ate it without a word and remained motionless. I don't think she's very well. We used to see her now and again, but now she's always there. I'm going. The doctor's not here. He's coming this afternoon. Try and speak to him. Poor thing. Lost in her dreams. She was only a little girl. But nobody gave her a cuddle. They punished her instead. They said she was sick and her dreams were troubling her. They weren't even hers anymore. I need her. But we will find her. We'll find her, won't we? When the water in the shower was cold, we ran away. But when it was hot, then she came to Renee under that cruel white light. I can still feel the shivers her body gave me. Everything must return to how it was. If we recreate that magic, she'll come to us. Now we have water. We must switch the boiler on.
Okay, this time we do it the right way. First, we close it. We close it. Then we close these thingies. Then we turn the wheel. Then we switch the lever. And then we turn it on.
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms. We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens. We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
Showers. $11 and $12. So I don't know if I have to go to 11 or 12. Let's go to 12 first.
Everything's ready. Let's get undressed and leave our clothes on the hooks in the changing rooms.
List of female deviant conduct whose treatment requires special severity and rigor. Masturbation, homosexuality, unnatural mothers, mothers who fail to develop the instinct of motherhood, refusal of conjugal duties, adultery. Okay, hooks in the... oh, here.
Let's turn the water on now, and everything will be as before.
Okay, how do I turn on the water?
Amara was the only thing Renee had. They separated them. Renee went to the slightly agitated ward, the one that terrified everybody. Those injections were a torture, the just punishment for what I was doing. And what about her? Who knows where Amara was? They had taken me upstairs into the ward where no one wanted to go.
Okay, chapter 8 now.
Let's look for Renee's room in the slightly agitated ward.
Okay, let's look for that.
My memory of those years is hazy. Between the age of about 7 and 10, my memories are disconnected. I didn't tell anyone about the light. I knew that something terrible was happening to me. I thought that I would die, and the shame I felt was so deep that an uncontrollable restlessness took over me. I was afraid when other people were nearby. I saw fingers pointed at me, mouths laughing, condemning me. I tried to be alone. I would sit down on the ground and, curled up in the dark, I would repeat a word, any word, in continuation. This helped me not to think, not to lose myself. I would spend entire days like this, hoping that my mother would ignore me. Her compassionate words hurt me and terrorized me even more, and so I had to. Shout and shout and shout those words. After a few days, things got better, and little by little I came out of my hiding place. But the fear was always there, under the surface, ready to strike me even harder.
Okay. I wonder what that light is that he always speaks about. Yeah, agreed. It's gonna change after we finish the game. Where is the slightly agitated ward? Maybe it's in the upper. Semi-agitated ward 6.
When there was too much chaos, they closed all the windows and the door. They turned off the lights, and it was pitch black. Some people fell asleep. Some others stopped seeing their demons and became more calm. Montefoscoli, December 20th, 1941. Dear Director, could you please let me know how my daughter, your patient Renee T., is getting along? I've written to my daughter several times, but have received no reply. I'm very worried, particularly as I've been ill for some time and have not been well enough to come and visit her. Please kindly let me know when it will be possible for me to bring my daughter home. Your humble servant, Ada T. Bring this letter to the attention of Dr. C so he can assess the potential discharge of the patient.
They didn't want to let them out, I guess. Oh, look at that face. I can't do anything in here. But the other doors are all locked. Maybe I need to close everything. need to be inside.
They put a straight jacket on you. They gave you a cold shower. They suffocated you with a sheet. They tied you to the bed. They tied me to the bed. A woman died next to me, choked by her own vomit. She was tied down because she wouldn't stop pleasuring herself. I can still hear her death rattle. I screamed, but nobody came. Everybody screamed in there, all of them. It was then I saw the doll, which wasn't Charlotte. No, she wasn't Charlotte. The past was like the present. That doll, that man, the shame. Renee was increasingly divorced from reality. How will I ever find out what really happened? How will I ever find Amara again if I can't even find myself?
You chapter 9. Oh, I can't get out.
Montefoscoli, November 12th, 1939. My dear daughter, it is with great sadness that I heard what happened. Your transfer and your sufferings are a cause of great worry for me. It will take time, but you'll see, things will improve. They'll treat you and you'll get better again. I pray a lot, every day. Write to me often and tell me if you need anything. I promise I'll do what I can. Try to be strong. Mom. This is the last letter she wrote to me. Once I was put into this ward, I was overwhelmed by loneliness. After that medical examination, I received no more letters from Mom. Why is that man here? Why doesn't she come to see me? Did I make a mistake? It didn't seem like she wanted to abandon me. What did I do wrong? I'd like to be able to reply to her again now, to change things.
Please, I beg you, get me out of this place. It frightens me so much. They hurt me really badly. They've taken everything away from me, everything. I'm so alone, nobody knows about me. It's as if I didn't exist. It's hard to choose, really. Let's go with this one. They hurt me really badly. Even my friend helped me do something. I have a fear which I can't understand. I'm completely confused. You're right, I know I was wrong. I realized now I'm so ashamed. If only you knew how much. I can't keep on living like this without any reason. I can't even cry anymore. We'll go with this one. But now I'll behave, for sure. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. They hate me. He hates me. He wants to kill me, but no, nobody understands. Nobody believes me. I don't know what's happening to me. Sometimes I don't even know where I am. I just wish I could die every night. I hope I don't wake up again.
Perhaps she would have listened to me. Will she reply? The letters were sent to the archive. It was their job to post them.
Okay, the archive. Let's find the archive. Looks like it's downstairs. Maybe it's here. Okay, we've already read that. The letters were sent to the archive. It was their job to post it. I don't understand where this might be. Okay. Maybe in one. One is admissions. Then this is the archive, right? Maybe it's on the top floor after all. Did I miss it maybe? Oh, here. 12. All the way over there.
When you were sent to a lunatic asylum, you lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here. even the clothes you were wearing. In case you were released one day, but far too many never left. Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. I'm so frightened here. You were right. I know I was wrong. I understand. I'm so ashamed. If only you knew how much. But now I'll behave myself, I promise. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee.
Not fulfilled.
This letter. It was Renee's letter, just as she wrote it back then. But it was never sent. Why? Why did this happen? I received your letter, Mom. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only feel fear and pain. And you don't write to me anymore. If only these words could be my soul, I'd tell you what was happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way and tell me what to do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee.
Not fulfilled. Not delivered.
Montefoscoli, July 7th, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You have not contacted me in months. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money to come and visit you. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be in Volterra for business. I've asked him if he would be kind enough to ask the director for some news about you. I hope he'll bring me some good news when he returns. But please write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to forgive me. I didn't think. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, darling. Everything will be fine, you'll see. Mom.
Not delivered.
Montefoscoli, October 12th, 1940. My dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. Every day, I'm anxiously waiting for a letter. Mr. Onofrio's back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he was unable to speak to the director, but managed to see you. I pray for you every day. Even Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. Isn't that nice? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm bringing you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. I'm not very well at the moment and can't work, but I'll get better soon, you'll see. And as soon as I can make the journey, I'll come and fetch you. I know you're suffering a lot, but please be strong, I beg you. Mom will come to fetch Renee, won't she? Mom is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. The doll. Renee could have played with it while she was waiting for her to arrive, but Renee didn't have it with her. Is it one of Mom's lies? She knew that she'd hurt Renee and... No, Mommy's good. That man brought it. We've just remembered who he is, haven't we? It was Renee who was wrong. The doll's here. I know that for sure. Perhaps she's been abducted like all the others and is locked up here somewhere.
Okay, we need to find a doll. I guess.
Let's look for the second doll. It'll be among the bundles of the patient's belongings. Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window. You see? Mom was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her.
New chapter 10. Are those matches?
May the Lord guide your path and keep you from sin. Mom. Let's look for Charlotte. We have abandoned her. Will she still be where we abandoned her, under the warm lights?
Okay, I think I remember where this was.
I didn't do anything. I just obeyed orders.
I only obeyed orders.
Charlotte's gone away. Mom will come and get us. She loves us, even though we're bad.
Orders won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Even though we're bad.
Mom won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything.
Charlotte gone away.
I only obeyed orders.
Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad.
I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
What was that doctor writing, sitting at his desk? September 7th, 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all kinds of other filth. Crazed, she hears voices that order her to do things. She says she heard children singing and that they were locked up in a school. January 20th, 1939. Introverted, dazed, cannot focus on anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. June 1st. Apathetic. Eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Does not respond. Spends her time in the grounds. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. October 14th. Return of impulsive behavior. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabayoni, but when she got them, she threw them up in the air. Excited, clamorous, slightly confused, takes her clothes off. December 8th, tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words, laughs hysterically and pleasures herself. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They said that when they took her away, she swore at them and then lashed out and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. They've kept her tied to the bed since then. Transferred to the slightly agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories are terrifying. They're not real, are they?
Which one are we gonna go for? Memory is what you are, whether it's real or not.
December 15th. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. Of fickle and flighty character, she regularly discards her household duties and engages in occasional prostitution. Prostitution? No one would have ever believed a lunatic, let alone a lunatic who lives in the worst sort of sin. Could such a person ever have been subject to sexual violence? Certainly not. Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and hysterical. Treated with cardiazol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. They were only trying to confuse us with the therapy, and my God, they succeeded. It was as if they wanted to instill the madness into us.
There were so many of you. What could they do to manage the hell when there were so few of them?
The therapies removed the light for a while, but also all her will, desire, and hope.
To a certain extent, they were trying to make you feel better. You were lost souls.
It was torture, but we had no choice. Nobody explained anything. No one tried to help us understand. We were like farm animals.
They also had their nightmares within these walls. They didn't know what to do with you.
June 2nd. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swears and curses those helping her, flailing her arms and hitting them. According to reports by Dr. B, the patient has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital grounds. Details are contained in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. A spontaneous abortion? It's not true. I can't believe it. How could I have invented things if I didn't even know what they were doing to me?
It really happened. They made you have an abortion, but it was illegal, so they reported it as a random incident. That's a lie. What is written here might be false, or just the wrong way of looking at things. Perhaps when I really didn't know. You can't be sure if it. You know that, don't you? No.
And the stranger in the grounds, I don't remember. Was that another lie? Or was another memory removed? God, my head.
There are a lot of things you don't remember, as if you hadn't done them.
June 13th. The nurses report that she descended into a state of great mental confusion after receiving her mother's letter. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and then punched a nurse. Impulsive, flails about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence to give the patient no further reason to become agitated. August 20th. tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient is extremely agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. 2 days later, she is still shouting all the time that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed, and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. Calm down. You must be calm. Don't get agitated. We'll make you calm down. Is that the only thing that matters? Is tranquility worth the price of not living?
Hundreds of us, agitated, squeezed into the most inadequate of spaces, staying calm was essential for our well-being. What alternative was there? In any case, it was not a life worth living. Certainly not, but at least that way from outside, everything seemed more acceptable. I will go with this one. What alternative was there? In any case, it was not a life worth living.
March 3rd. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Did I imagine Amara? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left some traces of her presence. We can try to find her medical records in the archive where their letters were filed.
Okay, archive. That was here, right? Yes.
Amara B., aged 32, housewife, mother of 2 daughters, married to Mario B. So Amara does exist. Yet she had no children and wasn't married, but that photo, it's her. June 3rd, 1936. Admitted yesterday, showing signs of improvement. June 8th. Cheerful, calm, and tranquil. Her behavior is good and she's keeping herself clean and tidy. Discharged on June 10th. April 28th, 1937. Arrived accompanied by her husband in an anxious and nervous state. Has difficulty speaking, trembles. Discharged May 14th. March 8th, 1938. A few days before Renee was admitted, she told me that she too had been admitted only a short time previously. Arrived yesterday in a febrile state. Discharged March 14th. She didn't leave. Certainly not after a few days. No. June 22nd, 1939. Readmitted once more. The patient shows rapid improvement. Discharged July 2nd. August 1st, 1941. The latest of many admissions due to agitation. Discharged August 27th. She came and went, stayed only for short periods, but I remember she was always with me. What's going on? March 4th, 1942. Back again, the same situation. March 8th. Compared to previous admissions, the patient seems depressed even after a few days, although her demeanor is calm and she is attentive. Discharged March 25th. April 2nd. The patient is distracted and apathetic. Her husband brought her here and said, "She's not eating, doctor. She spends all her time sleeping. I'm so worried, doctor. You know her. You can help her." April 6th. Tuberculosis. Patient transferred to the Maragliano Pavilion and is in isolation. May 3rd, 1942. Death from tuberculosis at approximately 8:30 a.m. Is Amara dead? Poor dear friend, I wasn't even able to say goodbye to you. Enclosed is a manuscript written by the patient, probably in a state of delirium. I'm dying, I know it. I'm losing a lot of blood, bleeding internally too. It's strange. Since I came back in here, I can't stop thinking about that little girl with her sad eyes, her desperation. I only saw her for a short time, it's true, but she remains in my heart. Will she still be here? I hope to God not. I hope she's better and her mother's taken her home. My memories don't match up. What's the point of this? Perhaps my memory is playing tricks on me. Things are not as I remember them, as I see them. But she said she liked me. I just can't understand it. I just wanted to say goodbye to her for the last time. I never even said goodbye to her. How could a soul survive in this hell? I so want to feel things again. Pain, passion. Feel the damp tears rolling down my face. To remember that I was alive.
Thank you, Tiger. Okay, we are not in the hospital anymore. Okay, what do they want us to do here? Is there something over there? No. Maybe we can light a candle somehow? Or maybe we don't even have to go in this place. I actually don't remember. I made it like a week ago, so I set it up a week ago. But there are 2 more that we are going to have, but for the time we're playing this game, it's gonna be this game. I think one is one of the Styx games, or however you say. And the other one I don't remember, actually. No, it is not Garfield. Okay, I'm getting achievements for going to all these places. The question is, where am I supposed to actually go? I think we need to find the grave. So it's this one, isn't it? No.
I can't be sure it's Amara's. These crosses are nameless. How will we ever know who is buried here? There are no names here. Amara no longer exists. Maybe she never really existed, and I was already dead. Why go on living? Let's put an end to it. I want to leave a letter. I want to apologize for the suffering I have caused.
Can we light a candle now?
The reception is in the entrance hall. There I'll find a pen and paper to write with.
Okay, how do I get back to the entrance hall? Is it this way? No.
I always wanted to stop doing the things I used to do, but I just did it again and again. I kept on making mistakes, destroying my life and that of the people close to me. My soul was rotting in a state of sin. My life has been one long mistake. I'm so ashamed of what I've done. I'd lost control and couldn't stop myself. A victim of rage and lust. The most obscene desires. Mom, don't come and fetch me. I beg you. I deserve to be in this place. It's my only chance. But I'm not brave enough to keep on living. Not like this. Not with this shame which wears me down every accursed day. Not with this anxiety which transforms everything into fear. Not like this. But I'll never change, Mom. Never. Let me die, but don't suffer for me. Forget me quickly, but maybe you've forgotten about me already. I can't.
Okay.
Uscite dal mio castello, Madame Adoré, uscite dal mio castello. Quante belle figlie, Madame Adoré, quante belle figlie. So belle me le tengo, Madame Adoré, so belle me le tengo.
My school means when the light's there. Renee's kind to Don Gino, but he always frightens me. A cat goes into my mouth and eats me from inside. At least you can't see what's happening. Don Gino knows everything. He speaks to God and he tells him lots of things. We learn so many things at school, and so we have to attend. How would we get on if we didn't? I do a lot of bad things. I don't tell anyone, but Mom knows just the same. I'm not like the others, Mom. Why not? When I was little, I never used to sleep. Poor Mom. Mr. Onofrio is so nice. I'm bad because I'm not kind. Mom always has to work because it's so cold in winter. There are a lot of them. They want to hurt me. They fly. Even Charlotte can't help me.
Okay, guess we're gonna have to find all 17 of these.
Mom works so hard because I have to eat, or I won't grow. Mr. Onofrio is very kind and helps us. If he's not here, I have good reason to be afraid.
My baby Charlotte is so beautiful, and she's so good. But Renee isn't. A blackbird's eating my head. That's why it hurts so much.
Oh my god, I'm never gonna find the last two.
What's happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Okay.
May 4th, 1942. The patient had previously expressed suicidal feelings, but never acted on them. Yesterday, she injured herself badly, stabbing herself in the stomach with sharp, pointed scissors. Sedated, restrained, and transferred to an isolation cell. May 10th, transferred to the agitated ward for observation. Isolation, insulin, shock therapy. September 25th, positive response to treatment. She replies to questions and remembers what happened, but doesn't want to give explanations. She claims to have memory lapses, entire days about which she remembers nothing. She appears to be anxious and seeks reassurance. She fears she has done monstrous things in the blank periods for which she has no memory.
I have no idea if where I'm going is the correct way. I'm just going somewhere.
Nobody laughs in here. I mean, really laughs. Not those crazy fools who laugh because people say they're mad. I don't know why they laugh out loud. They say I'm mad too, but I never feel like laughing. People used to laugh at me, but they were right, you know? You can't always cry, and people laugh when they're afraid, don't they? It happened to you, not to me. It's better that way. They do that to show they're lucky. You mustn't take offense because it's true. And deep down, it's just like pity, if you see what I mean. But then you think about your own situation, and you laugh because you feel lucky that everything's gonna get better, that it's all shit. It's all shit, this place. You're not trying to tell me it's not true, are you? An intelligent person, educated, not like me. And if I can see it's a load of shit, just imagine how much better you understand it. No, come on. No. I feel fine here, you know? After all, I can do and say anything I want.
I don't know, are we waiting for something to happen or... Okay. It's over.
August 28th, 1942. We hereby notify you of the death of Ada T., mother of Renee T., a patient in your institution. No known relative. Sincerely yours, Onofrio P. I have no one left in the world. Nobody at all. Solitude is very strange. It muffles everything, slows it down. It's an endless scream that makes no sound. A silent scream. I can't stop looking at myself. I will never leave this place. There is nobody out there for me. These walls have become my skin, and the wretched desperation within them is my soul without a voice. Here, nobody weeps anymore. How I would love to feel life, desperation, anger. I've stopped dreaming, daydreaming, maybe even thinking. I've lived in a reality which has corroded me and has stripped me of everything, even my ability to feel pain.
Oh, I thought we could get in there. But apparently not.
May 5th, 1943. Renee's state of health is good. She is eating and speaking. Her spatial and temporal orientation is good. Therapy suspended. December 3rd. She calmly asks if she can leave the hospital. Evaluate patient for 6 months. May 2nd, 1944. Discharge denied despite a favorable psychiatric opinion. The patient has no home or means of support. May 4th. The reasons why discharge is impossible are explained, and this is how Renee learns of her mother's death 2 years after the fact. May 5th. She tried to kill herself in the night by hanging herself with a sheet, saved by the nurses. Restrained to her bed, she once more tried to kill herself by suffocation. The decision has been taken to perform a transorbital lobotomy.
The use of lobotomy spread rapidly in Italy compared to other European countries in America. The original technique pioneered by A.E. Moniz was perfected in 1937 by... The operation involved gaining access to the frontal lobes of the brain by sawing through the orbit bone and above the eyelids, then damaging the lobes by means of an alcohol or formaldehyde injection or using a special instrument. Contrary to what was often thought, the patients did not always receive invalidating damage, although this was often the case. Moniz was awarded the Nobel Prize for Medicine in 1949. This therapy gradually fell into disuse after... it's a little bit too slow. Welcome back, Doc.
June 1944. Operation successful. Patient tranquil and collaborative. Motor coordination capacity reduced, but she's improving. Transferred to the tranquil department in the care of Dr. B. 25th of October. Continues to talk about Amara and her doll, Charlotte. The disturbances of motor capacity show slight signs of improvement. Difficulty walking, not capable of riding, and the nurses report that they have to help her dress, wash, and feed herself. In the summer of 1944, Renee was transferred back into my department. Aware of little, indifferent, hardly ever spoke. One day, she said, "When I find the courage to look at myself in the mirror, I see a young face which is aged and looks at me full of fear." She is a woman now who has changed profoundly compared to the girl that I had under my care several years ago. Only the sadness of her gaze and her intelligence are unchanged. She's so young, just 23 years old, but is lacking all vitality. Perhaps her condition may improve, but probably not. Her life has been thrown away. And nobody did a thing to try to avoid this.
So here you live above my mind. I wish you heard that my mind is trying to read your words and easy for a bird. Soon I'll meet you. I'll become the one you love. We're growing, so we'll have claws while looking for ourselves. The time is endless, it could take forever. I will find you. I will find you. I will find you, our home, our heart. I will find you. I will find you. I will find you, our home, our heart.
Well,
I need a face to wear, a skin so soft to dress.
I don't know about you guys, but I find this game extremely emotional.
Do it gently.
It's a really, really, really good game.
Don't be scared, don't fly away. Our home will soon be where our heartbeats fight this life together.
Oh, hi, Walt. Yeah, it is pretty depressing, but it's a really, really, really good game, I think. Yeah, the lobotomy part is really crazy. I can't imagine that being popular, but obviously it was, so that's quite crazy. Okay, well, guys on stream, I will still be here, but I'm gonna say goodbye to the people on YouTube. So, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate this. And I hope to see you in one of my other videos. Bye, guys.